With the latest from the Dove Newsroom, I'm Deputy Soto. Thank you for joining us. Donald Trump has been sworn in as the 45th President of the United States, the ceremony taking place before many thousands of citizens and a crowd of dignitaries from both sides of the aisle at the U.S. Capitol. Among those included former presidents, except for George Bush Sr., who is still under doctor's care in Texas. Also in attendance to show support for the country was President Trump's opponent, Hillary Rodham Clinton. Well, this Sunday in Medford, you can celebrate life. The Jackson County First Annual Right to Life March and Rally will be taking place on the anniversary of the Roe versus Wade decision, and attendees are encouraged to bring a sack lunch and join in the prayer vigil, march, and rally sponsored by the Jackson County Right to Life Group. Board member Brian Platt discusses the outlook for right to life in the incoming Trump administration.
You know, I can't imagine that anybody that's been associated with the Rights Life movement could be more optimistic than maybe with the exception of when Ronald Reagan first took office, or maybe when George W. Bush took office. But things are, coming together with respect, in particular, with the defunding of Planned Parenthood. And frankly, I think that's a done deal. I think that's going to happen.
And for the rally and for more information, you can give their office a call or visit them online. The annual Right to Life March Rally will be meeting on January 22nd at 1:30 in the RCC parking lot in downtown Medford. The march will finish at the Grace Point Fellowship. Well, on this Inauguration Day, many Americans still have questions about what changes are coming to the nation's capital. Here at the Dove Newsroom, we wanted to show everyone how you can gain access to the Oval Office in this exclusive report.
Throughout the 2016 presidential campaign, you heard a lot in the news about pay-to-play and access to the Oval Office. Well, under the 45th presidential administration of Donald Trump, there is a way you can gain access to rent the space. Well, a replica anyway. It is at the Rogue Valley Medford International Airport. Director Bern Case tells us how the idea became a reality.
Well, I'm always hesitant to tell the story because I sound a little bit crazy, but it had become a storage room. It was unfinished, just studded walls, and had an old couch in here. And several years ago now, I had a headache, and I went in there to try and shake the headache, and the dimensions just kept running through my mind, and I thought, God, this is about the size of the Oval Office. And I went in and Googled it and analyzed it a little bit. We don't call it a replica because it's a little bit more narrow. The length is just about right. But I started thinking about it, and I didn't even tell my wife for 4 months, but I found a couple of friends from Rotary and who are as crazy as I am, and pretty soon we had a list of sponsors, and pretty soon I took it to the county, because I work for the county, said we can do this with sponsors and it'll show some culture and history and art, and my boss, the county administrator, said, yeah, go ahead.
My fellow Americans, you have the opportunity to visit the Oval Office, and you have an opportunity to bring your guests and your parties here. Check out the Rogue Valley Medford International Airport website and find out how you can have your event here. Reporting from the Oval Office, Deputy Soto for the Dove. All right, let's take a look at the Northern California forecast, which has a lot of snow coming its way. Mount Shasta, as if 19 feet wasn't enough, you got some more coming. 41 on Saturday for the high. Klamath Basin snow throughout the period as well. Won't get above freezing at night and barely above freezing during the day, with 36 on Saturday, 35 on Sunday, and plenty of snow. As we look at the Oregon coast, rain throughout the period and a possible of some thunderstorms, low 40s at night, low 50s during the day. As we look at the Central Oregon High Desert region, clear tonight, very cool. Going to see some snow, more snow for Mount Bachelor. That's all they need. 39 on Saturday, 37 on Sunday. And for the Portland metro area, rain throughout the period, no surprise there. Mid-40s during the day, mid-30s overnight. And in Southern Oregon, rain throughout the period too. Going to see mid-30s or so overnight and a mid-40s or so during the day on Saturday and Sunday. And that's the latest from the Dove Newsroom. Thank you for joining us. Be sure to join us for Mornings on the Dove here on the Dove TV and all of your electronic devices.